Hi everyone, I'm going to talk to you about an exciting refurbishment course that we're launching that teaches you how to overcome the pains that most people encounter when they're thinking about investing in property. So what are those pains? Well, most people tell us, and I've experienced this myself when I started, is that I'm worried about damp issues. I'm worried about cracks in a property. I'm worried about finding things that maybe I don't know how much they're going to cost to repair. And I initially had the mindset that I could refurbish a house for 10 grand. That is not true. Trust me when I say there's a lot more money involved in refurbishing a property than 5, 10 or even 15 grand. Let me give you a few examples. This is a property we've just acquired. And if you have a look over here, this wall is absolutely saturated with damp issues. Now, where's that damp coming from? Is it rising damp? Is it coming in from the outside? Do you know how to identify that? Do you know how much it's going to cost to rectify? Now, some people might say, well, I'll get it injected. You know, I'll have rising damp injection treatment done. But then that means you've got to take the plaster off. You've got to hack that off. You've got to get rid of the plaster into a skip. Then you've got to replaster it. It all costs money. Do you know how much that's going to cost? And then we've got another example. Look, if you look up there, we've got some cracks above the window, the main window of the lounge, of the window coming into the lounge. That's a big crack. What does that mean? Is the plaster just cracked? Can you just plaster over it? No. What it means is that lintel has moved, and the lintel is the thing that holds the wall up above the window. So it means you've got to change that lintel. So you've got to take it out. You've got to put a new one in. You've got to replaster. You've got to make sure it's structurally installed properly. And you've got to get it certified by, obviously, a building control officer. So all of these things cost money. Do you know how much they cost? Do you know how to identify them? I didn't when I started, and that's what most people fail on, and that's why they get their costs wrong. Hence, when they buy a property, they go over budget and they end up losing money. And you're not in this game to lose money. You're in it to make money. Another classic example, beautiful carpet. Why would you want to get rid of this? But look, if we strip the carpet back, you can see there's old, what we call, quarry tiles. Now these are nearly 100 years old, okay? Now they look good. They've been painted over red to prevent damp coming through. But generally, below those tiles, there's no damp-proof membrane, which means damp can come through. So, when you buy a house, what do you do with something like this? A lot of people, they would just cover it back over with a carpet. A no-go. Because when surveyors come out to look at properties, to value them, to sell, they will look for things like that. And if they find that you've tried to cover them up, you're going to have egg on your face. So how much does something like that cost? Now, you're not going to be able to change lintels, solve damp, change concrete floors, and refurbish a property for 10 grand. If you think you can, then you're making a big, big mistake. And that's what we want to teach you on how to get these things right so that when you invest in property or you find a property, you know how much to pay for that property, you know how much it's going to cost to refurbish it, and then you can calculate how much money you're going to make. Because when you invest in property, you want to make money. So if you want to learn more about what we do and how to overcome all of these pains that most people experience when they invest in property, you need to sign up to a refurbishment course that's going to teach you everything you need to know. So if you'd like to know more, please get in touch, give us a like, and we'll be more than happy to help you.